All right, so this is really the only thing we need to fix from the rest of the videos. A change in 2021, or really 2020, since I've taught this last, is that there's this, we want to be able to use some elements that we don't create, and we download those from the asset store. So that changed, but also something happened with the assets that are offered. So basically what we're going to need to do is we're going to want to replace this camera with a first-person controller, and then later on in the videos we'll make trees, we'll do all kinds of things, right? But we need assets, right? So we're not building everything ourselves. So this camera is just a static camera, right? And if I hit play right here, you'll see it'll render here, and right, there's nothing I can do. It's just a static camera. I'm sitting there, so I'll hit, make sure I hit escape. I'll stop the playing here. And so how do I do that? Well, up here we have this asset store, and they changed this. It used to actually all live within here, and you could do everything in here, but now you have to go to online, right? And so you'll have to sign in, right? You've made your Unity ID already. And we're gonna go ahead and look for standard assets, and you'll see this one right here. And we'll see it's called Standard Assets for 2018.4. Now the unfortunate thing is it's actually broken in 2020, but luckily the Unity community has built a fix for it that makes it really easy that we can still use it, because this is really helpful for us going forward. So I'm going to just say, you might have add to cart and have to do all that. It's free anyhow, right? But then you open in Unity and it'll bring up this package manager, right? And so the first time you do it, it'll have you download it, but I don't have to download it because I've already had it, installed in other things. So the next thing you do is click import, and this will bring up this big whole thing over here, right there it is finally. And this will take a little while, right? It'll take a little while to download it, and then it'll take a little while to import this. So I'm going to go ahead and click import, and then pause the video and come back. Alright, so we are back here, and you can close your package manager, and you'll notice that we import it now in here, this standard assets. There's some more sample scenes it'll download, but in here is where we'll need to find our characters and things like that. Unfortunately, there will be an error, and errors are pulled right here, and this is an error just because I accidentally deleted the main camera, but it's irrelevant to us right now. But basically, when we try to go make a first-person controller, nothing would work because there's some errors in the scripts in this package. Luckily, the Unity community has released a fix for it, so we don't have to go in and muck around with code ourselves. So I'm going to give you a file that you download from Icon, from today's page, our class page, and we're going to go into Assets, Import Package, Custom Package. You'll have to find where it is, right? I have mine on my desktop. We find it, we hit open. We go ahead and say, yes, let's import it, right? And it's really just basically going to be replacing some of the scripts in here. And we'll just give that, I'll go ahead and pause the video while it does that. All right, great. That really didn't take that much time. So now we'll be able to use our scenes. So the next video in the playlist that is assets and main camera, you can actually skip ahead to about 2 minutes and 7 seconds where I start replacing this camera with a first-person controller.